Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, man, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. To all my subscribers, thank you. This is going to be a continuation on the video I put out on ibogaine. And we're going to be discussing, instead of my, personal experience and the story I have with ibogaine, we're going to be talking about why it didn't work for me specifically. And this took me a long time to really figure out and find out, come to terms with, if you will, because when I went to go do this, I believed it was going to work. All the research I'd done and the YouTube videos and everything, led me to believe that this was the magic pill, and it was going to cure me from my opioid addiction. And, if you watched my my video, it's a long video, it's a long story, but you know that it didn't work for me. And I ended up relapsing within days of coming home. So we're going to talk about why it didn't work, okay? And why it can be an effective, I think, therapy for some people, not for everybody, but only if you do, certain things, right? Now, what you can't do is what I did, which is just go for the 7 or 8 day short stay program, just take the drug and then just come right back home. Because first of all, now this is a big part of the reason why it didn't work. I didn't give myself time to process, what I went through, or really try and apply it to my life, right? I just had this experience. 2 days later, I was back home. So, they were trying to push me to do a longer stay and go to the secondary part of their treatment. And I was hard-headed. I wanted to get home. I had shit to do. I had a hot girlfriend, whatever. So I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going back. So that was definitely a big part of why it didn't work, for sure, right? Is because I didn't give myself time to process what I had been through. Now, another part of the reason why it didn't work is I went in with the wrong attitude. I honestly believed it was just some kind of magic pill and it was just going to reset my brain. Because honestly, they do talk about it like that, in a lot of the YouTube videos and whatever documentaries about it. And that's not correct. They really shouldn't do that, right? This is a tool that can help you, reevaluate your life and make better choices in the future. It might help a little bit with the actual withdrawal symptoms. In my experience, it didn't really. I still got fucking sick after. So, take that for what you will. Everybody's experience is going to be different, but I still got sick. It did not take away my withdrawal symptoms. So, going to an extended stay would have been helpful, right? Doing, even more therapy. And when I got home, I had no plans of doing any kind of treatment, recovery-based, whatever, nothing. I figured I was just going to come back and I was going to be totally reset and fine. And, obviously that was not the case, right? So, look, if you're going to do ibogaine, things like this, in hopes of it just totally curing you, that's not going to happen. What it can do is prime you into a place where, you're ready to make change, but you still need to actively work towards that change. It's not just going to happen automatically for you. There is no magic pill. There is no magic solution. And they advertise ibogaine, honestly, as this kind of, magic pill solution. And I take a lot of issue with that because having, been through it and spending a ton of fucking money to go do it, and it not working, it's just not the case. It is not a magic pill. It is just a tool, right? So, that being said, I don't even know if it's necessary, right? You're still going to have to get sick, either way. So, because it didn't stop the withdrawal symptoms, at least for me. So, and it was also, difficult. This more goes into my personal experience, which I talked about in my other video, but the actual trip itself for me was very emotionally draining. I had people freaking out on either side of me. You should watch the video. It's a crazy story, but it was really draining, right? And I didn't process this at all. I just went right back home, and changed nothing in my life. I was also selling drugs at the time. That's how I was affording to live. And I continued doing that. I wasn't selling dope, whatever. It was mostly just weed and stuff, but still it's just the lifestyle and being around those kind of people and whatever. I changed nothing, so obviously nothing changed. That's the moral of the story. So these are the reasons why ibogaine didn't work for me personally. It's because, I had false expectations. I didn't continue any kind of treatment afterward. I just thought of it as like this magic pill. And, you know, I think, to be honest too, I didn't really want it at the time. I just didn't. Like, I didn't go through nearly enough pain yet. This was like really early on, actually, in my, you know, opioid journey, if you will, drug addiction journey. It was the first time I tried to get clean. I flew myself out to Mexico to do ibogaine to do it. So, you know, that's another reason, right? I was just totally ill-informed on recovery and treatment in general. I didn't know how it worked, right? I thought that, you know, the 7-8 day thing was adequate. Like, I had no idea that a normal stay is 30 plus days, right? And there's a reason for that. So, you know, am I against treatment? Absolutely not. You know, I have a lot of videos where like I have problems with AA and, you know, certain things, but like if you need treatment, man, it can save your life, and it saved my life before 100%. It's just this ibogaine thing, man. They advertise it as this magic pill solution, which unfortunately it is just not. You're still going to have to go through pain and suffering if you want to get clean, no matter what. There's just no way around it, right? I think personally tapering off Suboxone is just a way easier route than trying to go and do ibogaine, at least from my experience. So, you know, be wary of anybody who tries to sell you this, you know, easy solution in addiction. There is no easy solution. So no matter what it is, you're going to have to go through some amount of discomfort. That's the reality, right? So why ibogaine didn't work, you know, I didn't allow it to work. But at the same time, you know, I don't believe it's quite as effective at treating opioid addiction as they make it out to be. So that's my personal experience. I tried to keep this one short. If you guys want to know or hear the full story, the full video, I have that posted up on my channel. Please go check it out. It is quite an interesting story. This has been Jay, man. I love all you guys. Thank you to my subscribers. Please hit thumbs up, comment, all that stuff. Until the next one, peace out.